This week on Metashift, we go outside and touch grass. Eat shaved ice and spill it. And fight a giant bee?
Alright, welcome back. This is Metashift outside.
In real life, touching
In
grass.
real life, touching grass.
Yeah.
Quite literally, to show you how we're touching grass. Look at this. Eating
Look at that.
kakigori
And a tea.
and a tea in the
The tea
forest.
away.
It's perfect. We're in Chichibu, the couple days after Bushi Worlds and Ultimate and everything. As promised, dude, you can literally see to my left, there's bamboo. A little,
We're on a table that can play card games, so isn't that crazy?
we could, yeah.
Yo.
This could play card games. But yeah, so we're not really, not gonna be much of a scripted episode this time around. We're really just eating shaved ice
Yeah, shaved ice.
and chilling in the woods touching grass. But we had a very eventful, like 5 days in a row of like worlds. We had like a rehearsal, we had worlds, we had 2 days of Dangasai, we had ultimate, and then a day of recovery.
Not
Basically,
even.
It's been a week.
Not even a day of recovery, right?
Yeah, not even a day of recovery, that's true.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that ultimate, post-ultimate dinner went on for a while.
We went to this like really nice yakiniku.
Yeah.
The meat was so good.
The meat
That
was
was
good.
actually one of the best yakiniku I've had in this country.
Alright.
Because usually, I'm not a big fan of yakiniku because a lot of places you go to are just kind of mid. It's like people will be like sold to the idea of yakiniku because they're like, oh, it's Japanese yakiniku. But then it's like you go there and it's just like, yeah, it's good, but it's not like amazing. It's not to cry for.
If
But
it's
that
big-
was to cry for.
If it's those all-you-can-eat ones, it's definitely not good.
Yeah.
But that one, we had to pay for it. But it was, like, well worth, you know?
Yeah.
So, definitely, it was good. Like, there's not much else to say about it, right? Tastes
Your
great.
oranges, your mandarin's good.
Yeah.
Dude, the strawberries are insane.
Yeah, this
Got a
is
strawberry
nice and sweet.
shaved ice. The strawberries are literally. We were walking around earlier,
Yeah.
and we walked up to a strawberry farm. So they're probably just like from there. It's so good. But anyway, we'll just kind of reflect on the whole world's experience, I guess, just day by day, and then just like our takeaways from it and everything. I remember the people in the comments were saying like, "Oh, it'd be cool if you could interview the winners," but I think most of the winners have already gone back. It's already been a week since Worlds.
Yeah, we technically did interview them on stream.
On stream, yeah.
But, like,
But the VOD is not live yet.
yeah, as much as we'd love to do it, which I think we'll try and do, like, we will try to do guests in the future. Like, we leave days empty after Dangasai or after, like, the Worlds for a reason, because there's just a bunch of stuff that happens.
Yeah, it's like
And
so many
find-
people to see as well.
Yeah, and finding the optimal time as well to, like, set up a recording without biting into people's, like, travel time or things like that is pretty
Yeah.
hard. Because we're doing this, like a Thursday, right?
Yeah, it's a random Thursday. It's been a week since, like, we had our rehearsal on Friday. It's basically been a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and again, we're, like, half doing this in this timing because it's just been so busy, right?
Exactly. It's like every single day, there's been something to do. It's like sleeping 5 hours a day. It's
Yeah.
pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, we don't get enough sleep.
No. It's like this last night was like the first 8 hours sleep night I think I had in
Yeah,
a
but
while.
I mean, that's, like, half of what it's all about, right? It's just, like, it's your one chance a year to meet up with the community, and you're meeting people that not always attending Worlds, well, not playing in the Worlds as well. You're just meeting a bunch of different people that you normally don't meet. So it's always good to prioritize. I feel like
Yeah.
meeting the people, getting to know people,
Yeah. Spending
rather
time.
than just seeing their, like, inflammatory tweets online.
That's true.
It's meeting people is the most important part about, I think, something like
This
this.
whole hobby, honestly. It's the communication aspect. It's like who you meet, and you know, even if you don't play the same games. I mean, we have like Solemn as our mutual friend. We don't play the same games as him anymore. We still talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the big one. Big
So-
takeaways.
But yeah, I think looking back, we had Friday where we just kind of checked in, had a little rehearsal, got to see a bunch of people. The buffet this year was actually probably the best we've ever had. I don't know if you got to eat much, but
I did.
before they took away everything, I managed to eat a bunch, and I was like, wow, it's actually decent food.
Edible.
And
Very
it's not
edible.
cold. Not everything was cold. They
I
actually
think-
had like heaters under the tables.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. I saw them remove them after.
Oh, okay. I feel the Worlds. I think the Worlds experience this year, like as a whole, definitely better than last year's.
Yeah.
Like we always kind of joke that how inedible, for example, the buffet will be each year. Right? 'Cause it gradually like got worse and worse. Would you believe that one year they were serving alcohol before Worlds?
That was the America one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The America one, they had alcohol, I think. Didn't they?
I think the Akiba one had alcohol actually,
Yeah, maybe.
but like that was like before.
Yeah.
That was like the year, like the first year. It was like kind of when you did it the first time. And the year after, I think was the alcohol one because it was
Might
some
have been,
merchant
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
True.
yeah. And then after that, no more alcohol.
Yeah. So yeah, like the venue was nice this time too. It was like right next to Big Sight. The only sad part was that for me, the timing clashed with Evo Japan, and I had signed up to like play both Granblue and Street Fighter, but then I was lucky that my Street Fighter pool was at 8:30 p.m. So we finished the rehearsal like 7.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna walk 5 minutes to Big Sight, and that was really nice. Because like last year, the venue was like in the middle of nowhere. It was like next to the airport.
Yeah.
So the venue was way better. So
Way
I think in
better.
general, like International did a lot of nice things this year. It's like the venue was really good, the dinner was really good. I feel like the setup for the venue too is like it didn't feel crammed. It felt like you had a lot of walking space.
Yeah.
The stage was really good for when they did like the strategy presentation spring showing. It was like everyone's huddled around the table, but still remember when I walked into the dinner for the rehearsal, and it's like within like 2 minutes, one of the Bushiroad International staff guys is like, "Can I have you for a second?" It's like Sean's. So Sean is a guy who does the presentations for the Shadowverse parts every year, or not every time for the strategy presentations in English. So it was his birthday that day, and then one of the Bushiroad International guys is like, "Could you like go up on stage and like get everyone to like sing happy birthday for him? We have like a cake for him and everything." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." He's like, "What do you want me to say?" And then we managed to figure it out. And it was like such a nice little start to the day. And then yeah, it's like production was good. My only gripe with the world streams every year is like how long it takes to get the VODs up.
Yeah.
You know, and like how we have to always wait for this, and then people want to see the games, they want to see how these decks played. Is like, you know, if you live in Asia, you're in a good time zone to watch. But it's like if you live in Europe, if you live in the US, it's like you're either staying up all night or waking up at like 4 a.m. to watch.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty rough if you're not in Asia. So I really wish like I remember back then, the reason why the streams would not go up immediately during like BRO and stuff was because people would like use unlicensed playmats, right? Or they would use unlicensed merch, and then Bushi would have to check those rounds and then like remove the games where like unlicensed merch is being used or like something like that. But now it's like they're just playing on the provided playmat. They're playing with provided sleeves, and like, what is there to remove, right?
Yeah.
So I really, that's like my only point of feedback is like, let's try to put back these games online as fast as possible.
Yeah, I agree. People just,
Or there shouldn't even be a delay. It should just go up immediately.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, people at this point are probably starting to record the streams and just uploading them themselves, right?
Yeah.
You'd rather just have
Because they know what the pattern is. They know the established pattern.
Yeah, so you might as well just put up the finished product already. Like, it doesn't even matter if there's like, if there was like a problem in the tournament or not. It's just how it was, right? It's the VOD. And we'll, like, people can deal with it their own kind of ways, or it would have been dealt with their own kind of ways. So, like, there's always going to be haters are going to hate, but that's just how it is.
Yeah.
If you don't take the good of the bad, you're just going to end up with a negative product, right?
Yep.
So, I agree. They definitely need to put that stuff up.
But overall, the games were really good.
Yeah.
I think like for premium, we got to see a bit of everything. It's like we got to see some loops and like some
We didn't get
stall
to see
stuff.
that many loops actually.
Yeah, just one basically.
One.
Everything else was like pretty standard gameplay, and then it's like it was just cool to see like so many different decks featured. I feel like we didn't really have like in standard. Obviously, we had the same deck featured a couple times. But premium was basically a different deck every time except for Narukami. We saw twice, I think. But it feels like it was a really good feature. Obviously, as always, like this is the other reason why I want the VODs to go up. We're busy casting Vanguard the whole day. I want to watch the Evolve finals, but I can't because I was too busy casting Vanguard, and the VODs are not up. So I just want to see the Evolve finals. Like, so that's like Please, Bushies, let's put up the VODs.
I mean, they could
better for
surprise
everyone.
us. They could put up the VODs very soon.
Oh yeah, before this goes up, yeah. if so, then thank you. That'd be good. That'd be
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
So the games are good. I feel like we have good, nice champions. We got to talk to both of them.
Yeah.
You know, for standard, we had a very close run of almost having our first ever and only repeat world champion. But it's still crazy. Like, I mean, being able to go first and second 2 years in a row is like, for standard, like, let's be honest, being able to repeat that kind of performance in standard is tough. Like,
Yeah, we nearly had both winners have the chance at get the.
you gotta chase after him, man. The wind blew away his kakigori.
I'll throw it away.
Yeah, you just throw it away.
Still connected?
Yeah, it's still connected.
Wow, it's crazy. The range on this is insane.
It's very good. Yeah, so Ned made top 8. Was also shocked by the fact that Ned is 20. He's so young. I thought it was like similar age as me.
Yeah. I thought it was older as well.
Yeah.
It's the beard, man. It's the
It's
beard.
the beard, the height, the voice. Oops. I got the Viking buff.
The Viking buff. I think overall, like, I think standard definitely could have been worse, right?
Yes.
If we didn't get that emergency, not emergency, but the
Oh my
last
god,
ban list,
yeah. 100%.
we wouldn't really have anything fresh. I feel like we'd just be
Means
going,
Virgila,
whoa, that's a
Harluru.
huge bug.
Fuck you.
We probably wouldn't even have that much Harlulu, right? Just be like
Yeah,
Virgila,
Minerva.
Deeplands, Minerva. Maybe we don't need that much Minerva too. It's just like, if you see the trend, there was just a lot of Deeplands. But after that, like, sure, we got to see some Deeplands, and we saw
Yeah.
people take some nice picks. We saw a lot of Heart Lulu. But, like, it's not like... I feel like every time you play against Heart Lulu, it's a very beatable deck. Its attack patterns are very straightforward.
Yeah.
What it can do is pretty simple. So, I don't know. I was personally very surprised with so many people taking it.
I was surprised there was
well.
like no B heroes. That deck was like, I had several people. I know Kalen played it, I'm pretty sure. And then I had other people also asking me about like what I think is a good pick for roles, and I was like, B heroes feels like it's, you know, pretty safe into this meta. You know, before the
Yeah.
icon decks. In general, this English meta I think was really nice, especially after you play JP meta the day after.
The JP meta is awful. I haven't written my essay on how bad the JP meta is, but it's not good, and I don't see it getting any better with, like, you know, festival collection and all that stuff. I heard Nirvana was pretty good,
Yeah.
but yeah, like, people have seen the topping lists for Dangasai. Probably Ultimate's the same thing as well, and they see
Did you count how many Yakuzas there were out of the top 32?
I think there were a lot.
28. I think it's 28.
I mean, it's the best deck for a reason.
Yeah, and I think it was like 28 Yakuza and then like 27 Alfred or something like that. Or maybe 30 and 28 maybe even. I'm trying
Something like that.
Something like that.
I think if you're not bringing a Yakuza deck into a non-diversity cut tournament, you're throwing.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Alright.
It's like that plus... And like, they had the Mieta Cup happening, which was like single player, it wasn't teams.
Yeah.
So it was like single player, no diversity. And then, you know, our teammate and friend Haripino was playing in it too.
Oh, really?
It's like
Oh,
he only played Yakuza Mirrors. It's
Oh,
like everyone's
wow.
playing Yakuza. There was like one or two other things, but it was like G-Plans, Alfred. That's about it.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I've seen posts now about people complaining about collab decks in Japanese, and that's purely because of Yakuza, right?
But it's also because it's like an established pattern at this point. It's like, we're going to release a collab deck, it's going to be better than the rest of the set because it needs to last, because it's not going to get support ever again. And then, you know, eventually it either gets restricted or it falls off, right? Like, Ebisu is the big example of, like, multiple restrictions being necessary for it to fall off, right?
Was Ebisu as bad as this though? Ebisu, the big issue...
Ebisu lasted for a year.
A year?
And it had to get restricted twice because it was
But
Anastasia.
Ebisu was a set, right? It wasn't a collab as part of the
Yes,
set.
yes. It was his own set. So that was different, but the like relative to the power level of the game at the time, Ebisu was ridiculous.
I think it doesn't help that they released this right after a ban list happened that basically nerfed all the top decks
Yes.
as well.
Now it's my turn.
All right, chat. You're with me now.
Yeah, I think the meta for English Worlds was really nice. It
Yeah.
feels like we got more of the ban list than Japan did.
Yep.
It's
Like Japan lost Virgila, but they basically got another Virgila back because of Yakuza.
yeah.
And
it's like English will only now get set 13. So that's going to give you like Bark Rare and like Liel. But like Liel and Bark Rare feel much more in line with the balance, the power balance that the current English meta is compared to set 14 with Yakuza. And just icon decks too, like Aichi and Kai will.
I think we get the icon decks probably. I think was it June something.
I think it's end of May.
End of May. Well,
it's end of May.
we basically get it later.
Yeah, you get it like in a month from now. Well, not even a month, like 3 weeks.
And honestly, that will change things up. I do think the icon decks are really strong.
Aichi in particular.
Aichi for sure, but the fact that they released the Liens and the Gojo is insane. It's like everything that's wrong with the game at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, just basically every Keta, every Dragon Empire deck gets somewhat buffed. But the fact that we don't have Yakuza, for example, does mean like for Springfest we have like an extra slot where something is playable, and I do think there's like a lot of things that can be played right now.
Yeah, and I mean Springfest or Summerfest or whatever it's called nowadays starts this month.
June
Next month. Yeah. So basically teams are going to be like Icon plus like Liel or Deep Lands or...
It might not be 2 icons, it might just be 1.
Just
I think Overlord is very like... It's good for sure, but it's not like Destructo Disc powerful.
Yeah,
But,
Overlord is in line with the power balance of the current format. It's like... It really doesn't feel like it's too much. It's like the most strong it feels is when it does a double persona turn.
Yeah.
And it's a double persona, it's like you're dealing with 30k minimum on everything. And you've only had 1 turn to build up a hand because they can do that turn 4.
Like the reason why you bring Yakuza in every single team and then why you play it is because it's one, extremely consistent. You can literally build a perfect board from 0, right? Your ride lines are +3,
Yeah.
and then you have defensive options that every single deck has lost.
Yeah.
That's like one of the key things. You are safe when every deck is not. It also can play going second, which is the most important part of whether a deck is good nowadays, because every deck can play going first.
Yes.
And if your deck can't play going first, then unfortunately, ask for a promo, right?
Yeah, that's for a promo, that's true.
Or ask for more generics.
Yeah.
But like the decks are now categorized between can go first or second, can only go first, or can't go anything, right? And like one of the things that makes Aichi Con really strong in my opinion is that it can play going second, but the way that it plays going second is that it's very strong offensively.
Yes.
So defensively, it is still relatively weak. So that's why you see some inconsistent like finishes with the deck. But why you'd always play it anyway.
Yeah.
Because you go, if I ever roll second, I still want a deck that can bash the living hell out of my opponent.
I have a random 28k attacker for no cost.
Yeah.
That also has a crit.
Yeah.
And 4 attacks, and I'm drawing so many cards. It's like...
Yeah, and then like the thing is in English, its bad matchup is not there. So Yakuza is a deck that can tank Aichi deck, for example, but it's not in English, so it does make its strength. It does make it stronger, in my opinion. But at the same time, it's not as defensively crazy as something from Yakuza, for example. 15k from Soul that you can continuously put back every single turn is like pretty insane. So
yeah, it's like you have 10ks from Field, 15ks from Soul. Like on top of everything, you're restanding Vanguard. It's like that's doing twin, and you've got like
it's twin one turn's a twin.
Yeah,
but it's 5 attacks as well.
It's also 5 attacks.
But yeah, and it's like you build from 0. If you have an empty board, the moment you ride a Persona ride, you call the grade 2 out.
Yep.
He CB1s and call the dude out.
Everything has like EB3 or CB1 to draw 1, so your hand doesn't go down.
Yeah, Kanda, the fat guy that looks like Ayrton, he can Soul Blast 1 and come out of Soul, so you can suck him in and then call him out.
Yep.
I was like, it sounds
so
kind of weird, but
it's like Kirby.
Yeah, he's chubby like Kirby, right? So I think it's just the deck is just too good. I think the fact that It
And
might
it has
be
Drag
better.
Beta too.
Yeah, it has Drag Beta, and the fact that if it doesn't come out in English, I think it might be better.
It's a celebration, I think.
It's a celebration.
It's like when people were like, "Oh, thank God!" When people like came to Japan for like holidays or something and then played JP Meta during peak Ebisu format, they'd be like, "Oh, thank God, this deck's not coming out in English." Like everyone I spoke to during that time was like, "Oh, thank God."
We don't know yet. It might still come out in English, but
Yeah, because it's a Sega game, and
the Love and Berry didn't come out in English.
True, Mushi King did though. The thing is, I feel like Love and Berry is a harder one compared to Yakuza, which has like it's specifically
base.
big. Like the actual fan base for Yakuza is bigger in the West than in Japan.
Yeah, there's definitely more Yakuza fan bases, more people who like Yakuza than people who like Love and Berry. Maybe
That's for sure.
Maybe.
So I think it's.
Don't quote me on that.
I do think they're probably going to push on that to release it, but probably not for a little bit because we only got free run like what this week in English.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't really expect it for much longer. So it's like we do think the English meta was a lot better, and then we had very good, I think, games overall. With like Worlds was just very smooth.
Yeah.
I got to enjoy a bit of Evo Japan as well. Not as much as I would have liked to because I bought a 3-day ticket and I only got to go for 1 day. But it is what it is. But then we had the Dangasai, where our team composition was, you were on Aichi Icon.
Yeah.
And then Harpin was on Yakuza. And then I was left with a third slot, and I've been playing Liel lately. Not getting many good results, but I don't think I'll ever top how bad my result was at Dangasai. Like, that was tragic.
Yes.
I've never been OT'd. And it's ridiculous because there were so many games where I'm like, my only lose condition in this situation is to get OT'd. Surely not.
Yeah.
The moment I think that, Drag Veda, Valnod, Eidos Faro, like, oh my god.
I mean, even on stream, though, for Worlds, we did see
Some
OTs.
blowouts, dude.
Yeah, blowouts. And
It just happens. That's why, like, almost winning Worlds twice in a row in Standard is such an insane feat. Like, Bamboo is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, the fact that he managed to run it back like that.
yeah.
So, I think that's something
So,
that
what do you think of OTs now?
I love. just put, like, Solemn's tweet from that day, where he was like, I don't know about you, but I love the overture. Dude.
It's so... I think what topped it off is that the rules, the time rules for
Oh my god.
Dangasai, but for Japan tournaments as well,
Yeah.
is not good.
Zero negotiation, absolute rules are rules, no space for discussion. It's like,
I think the double loss rule has become just... I would say different words for it, but I'll say doo-doo, okay? It's not very good. Dog doo-doo.
it's just not, like, it's not player friendly is how I would put it, because
Yeah.
you have new players that are getting into tournaments, and it's like you're a new player, you're getting into a game, you've played with your friends, right? But like you're still learning, like, you know how your deck works, right? Let's say you just started playing a game. It's like,
Yes,
all right, now I want to
yes.
go to a locals. I know how my deck works, but I don't know how my opponent's deck works, for example. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
need some time to read my opponent's cards. They're gonna take time to explain how things work too, and that's gonna take up time because, like, we're gonna be talking about things back and forth.
Yeah.
And so by default, me going to my first tournament, me taking a little bit more time to, like, know what my opponent's deck does, and then us getting a double loss, and then it's like my opponent feels bad because they took the time that they normally wouldn't to explain things to me, and then it's like I feel bad because it's because of me that we double lost and nobody got anything out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I feel like there has to be a bit more lenient way, or like, just like how we have, like, level 1, 2, 3 tournaments, maybe the level of time rule application should also be a bit more lenient depending too.
I personally think it's the time rule idea. Like, the theory is good. The theory is that it encourages both players to finish the game.
Yeah.
But the application, the execution of it just doesn't work well at all. So, like, you've mentioned this, like, just then on, like a specific example of a new player. But let's say we both play a Yakuza deck. The game can go for a very long time. It's
Yeah.
not my fault that it goes to time, that Bushiroad designed a deck that was so strong defensively that we go to time. So now,
That's true.
based on that, Bushiroad cannot design any defensive decks that are strong because it will go
Because
to
it'll
time.
go to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then what happens if we play offensive decks, but suddenly one guy gets a defensive OT
And
and
there's
shuts
an
down a
extra
whole
turn,
turn?
yeah.
There's an extra turn, and then I get a defensive OT and I get an extra turn. Then sometimes, because now we all have triple drive, We
We heal down to 2. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of games where like there are 5, heal down to 3. We might now go to time.
yeah.
So does that mean we suddenly have to both increase the pace really, really quickly? But sometimes it's just out of our control. Then I heal down to 2 because you've healed down to 2, or something like that. Or I heal once every turn, for example, and the game just lasts for. It makes so many weird constraints that it's not good.
I think it's time we remove the trigger limitation and everyone plays 16 crit and we just finish games in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, mate, I'm not condoning that, but I feel like it's part of the game is the triggering part.
Yeah.
Some parts of the triggering aspect we don't like.
Yeah.
Like 6 games out of 7, you didn't like some.
Yeah.
But the fact that it leads to a double loss is awful, and that's that's in the Japan side where everyone is following the rules. They're not happy that they reach a double loss, but if it happens, it happens. Right?
Yeah.
You also have, like, I've heard in the West the horror stories where it becomes like weaponized. That
Yes.
people go, oh, because I don't like you, I'm playing a deck that, or you're playing a deck that I don't like. I'm just gonna force us to double loss.
Yeah. It's like
Or
if I can't win, you're not gonna win either.
Yeah, and it's also in a way disadvantageous to people who want to do well at tournaments, or they might be a slightly more famous player or something like that. You play against them, they automatically now have more to lose. So
Yeah. True.
you could be like, well, if I don't get the win, we all lose, and that doesn't really matter to me. I'm just here for a holiday, but
Yeah.
I just think the execution, the application of this is just not good at all.
How would you fix it then? Would you just go back to the old time rules of like 0-1 turns?
So they don't want to do 0-1 turn because it's add extra time, right?
Yeah.
If you want to have a compromise, you can have announcements where the deciding rounds in the game do have that rule. So might be hard. Like, you might say, well, Swiss isn't always confirmed, right? You might have like 6 or 7 rounds, depending on how many undefeateds there are. If there's like 3 undefeateds, it could end now or it could end the next round. Well, then in that case, we just make it so we have 2 rounds of where time rules is applied with turns. So
in Japan, though, they don't care about how many are left undefeated. It's like if they say at the start of the day there will be 9 rounds, then it's 9 rounds.
Yeah,
There's even more applicable.
That's the thing, right? So, like in the West, I know some games or some tournaments do it differently. They usually just play to one undefeated and then they cut to top cut. But if you already have a set amount of rounds, you might also there's even less examples of like these things.
So for context, what happened was that we had our last round on day 1. Day 1 is 7 rounds, and then whoever goes X2 goes to day 2. Whoever goes 3 losses or more is out. The moment you hit your 3rd loss, you're out because it's triple elimination. And so you won your game. I got OT'd and lost my game. And then our teammate Haribin is playing for the win in basically.
But he's playing in Zereth, which is a slow deck.
Yeah, he's playing as Zereth with like divine skills, put back heals, and then he's playing Yakuza, which is also a very tanky deck, right? And it's like, so from the point where I started looking was that his opponent was going for his last offensive turn, and Haribin just showed him like 3 PGs basically. He's like,
yes,
that's it. And then the time goes back to him, and I think the Zereth player had like 5 cards in hand or something.
Yes.
He was like low cards in hand, and it's like and I think Haribin had Persona too, so it's like just based on the 5 attacks that he can do, like 5 attacks from Yakuza against a 5-card hand they're not going to survive. And I think they already both had seen their OTs too.
Yes.
But it's like, so
that's why the game went long.
Yeah. But, and the thing is like, at least in the West, I feel like there is room to like negotiate. It's like, hey, let's not double loss. It's like, I can do this. Can your hand stop it? No. All right, then let's not double loss. It's like, then we can argue that I would win the game, right? But there it was like, so what happened is that Haribin was trying to play super fast and trying to like just get the attacks in to win the game. But then a judge was attached to our table, and for like the last minute or so, and then essentially once the judge was like, all right, it's time. Do you have like, is any of the teams won 2 games yet? And we're like, no. Okay, well this table, no player wins because it's time. Therefore, you both lose. Thank you for playing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and they make you import the result as well.
Yes, they watch you input the results. So you can't like, they don't go away and you can go like, all right, so actually, you know. So
and like,
sit there the whole time.
The worst thing as well is like, if the judge is not at your table, then you can do that. So it's not fair on everyone, right?
Exactly.
You just believe that there's like, you're just unlucky, right? Yeah. So clearly, I feel like for deciding win and in rounds, basically it just applies to everyone in that game. no one wants to double loss on a win and in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like somebody from these two teams was supposed to go and enjoy day two.
Yes.
And it's like now nobody does. It's like
Yes.
so technically for the company too, it's like, well, you just technically lost a customer for this day, who could have come in and also like spent money that day, and instead now they're not going to be there. And then it's like for the judges as well, it's like, so I knew the judge there and I know that he's a good guy. So, but what if this is like my first tournament and I'm more of like a, maybe like more emotional guy, right? And I'm like, oh, this judge, he is the reason why we got double loss, and he's the reason why this happened. It's like, I hate this judge now. And then they start posting stuff on social media, and now the judge is in trouble, or the company has to like do something for the judge or whatever. It's like, it just causes problems,
Yeah, and a lot of like silly problems too. What happens if
Yeah.
if let's say you're a more well-known player, and then a judge seems to always be at your table for this in the last
Yep.
round, and then you always get a double loss if like the game goes slow. Right? It's stupid, right? It's just silly.
Yeah.
So no one wants to see a game end like just with no one winning. Like especially for something that's important like a win and in.
Yeah.
They spent X hours playing the game that day. They spent X hours practicing for the event.
Yeah.
The fact that it just ends on everyone losing is like the biggest kick in the
Nobody
face,
gets a good time out of it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also like, I don't know why we can't go like, okay, time is cold, and instead of immediate double loss, just do damage comparison first, and then if it's the same, then double loss or something like that. If you still want to enforce double loss, but like if time is cold, and it's like, even Yu-Gi-Oh is like you can finish the battle. I'm pretty sure when time, because they also have the double loss ruling, but their double loss I'm pretty sure is like you finish the battle phase and then it's like you compare life.
I think it might be the chain. I'm not sure. Because they
Something
changed
like
it. They
that.
changed it recently, and everyone just included burn cards now inside.
Yeah, no, but that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like another thing. It's like, okay, well, time can get cold. Let's finish the battle phase of that turn and then compare damage. And then it's like, well, whoever has less damage wins. And if it's the same, then you can double loss. Like, because if you really don't want to add more time,
Yeah.
I feel like that would make things at least a bit more, like, I feel like there's a reason to still play the game, or like you'll then start to, play in a way that's, if you have a deck that can heal or maximize chances of healing, then maybe you won't focus on trying to push in the damage, but you'll focus more on just trying to survive and heal down, right?
Yeah, but in the end, it's like a best of one. So like, the tournament itself shouldn't be going that long anyway. Like,
Yeah.
The only reason why it would go long is because the tournament organizer are making it go long.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
if
we
there's
did have like a
something
1 hour delay in the morning too.
Yeah, like if there's something that happens, sure, it might go long, but it's best of ones shouldn't take 12 hours to finish.
Yeah.
It's that's like the whole tournament should be done in 12 hours,
Yeah.
So I don't know. The rule was good in theory. Maybe people followed it at the beginning,
Yeah.
but nowadays it's not doing what it's intended to do.
Yeah.
Right? So the rules should be changed. Why keep on making and upholding bad rulings across the way? And to be honest, I feel like that rule, that double loss rule, is the same around the world, but I don't even think every single judge team follows it.
No, I don't think so either.
Like in Australia, in Southeast Asia, I think in America as well, it's all different. And well, like you might as well just change it, because even the judges know that it's a bad rule, right? It's not working as intended.
It's not in anyone's advantage, I feel like. So, like, just make it. It makes playing the game feel worse, as an overall result. So,
Like in like One Piece, for example, they have the life rule, but then they have so many tiebreakers. It's crazy. It's like if the life is the same, then you count the number of cards in your deck.
yeah,
that's the
right.
same.
Bandai does do that.
Yeah,
Actually,
and
right.
it sounds weird, but at least it gives you a definitive result at the end of the game.
Yeah,
and like for
yeah.
something like Vanguard, where even life might be the same, then you might count deck. Is counting deck wrong? If it's not wrong, then it's okay, because
It's better than both players eating shit.
yeah, but it's like it can become something like you've gone through more of your deck than your opponent for a reason. You
Yeah,
spend more
yeah,
resources than your opponent.
yeah.
Unless you're Zorga, then. But like, I guess you're closer to death if you have low deck counts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we want definitive endings
Yeah.
to games, and sure, people they might go, oh, what happens if you stole the game and then if you do a life comparison, then someone loses because of that. Then call a judge if they're stalling, because
Yeah, right. Because that's an
half of it,
infraction in
yeah.
the first place.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like that has to be changed.
Yeah, I think that's a good conclusion from this weekend for sure.
It's just it's bad rules shouldn't stick around. You know?
Yeah, so I think that was like the big thing that stuck out, and then the meta we already talked about too, and I think like this like the legendary Vanguard's like festival booster as well feels like there's a lot of stuff that's underexplored. Like the Dual Nation cards, I think are overall pretty cheap right now from what I've seen. Some are a bit more pricey, but some of them do read very well. And I'm not sure like how much they'll change the meta because they're more like generic pieces to be just included to make decks better. But like being able to pick up cards from damage sounds pretty good, or like giving every Dark States deck a way to revive something from drop is obviously very good. So I do think those might make some changes down the line, but for the time being, it's like the Shinamon Icon deck doesn't look good, the Chrono Icon deck doesn't look that great either, and then it's like the Airmo and the Akane, like pretty sure the Akane was better.
I think the Iconic and Sergion.
Yeah.
Woo! Yo.
Even easier way to make turn, and she's IG icon, so it's like when you're starting to run out of things to call from Alfred, there's your new target.
Yeah, she is CB1 though, but
No.
I think you CB1 for Gordon anyway.
Yeah.
So you can at least CB1 her. So you can like search 2 grade 1s, like her and a grade 1, and then CB1 to search out a Sergon just to impress your deck more.
Yeah.
But like the other thing is that you run out of Aichi grade 1s in the deck.
Yeah.
But now if you call her, you can still get a Sergon, for example. So I think it kind of makes up for like it's possible. It can be explored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pongal is like okay.
Yeah.
Again, it's another Ichicon grade 1. So
Yeah,
that's
that's a target. You can play as a
Yeah.
1-up like you play Marin right now.
yeah. But I do think like I don't think the meta is changing that much.
Yeah.
It's just Yakuza, Aichi is still really good.
Yeah. So I think we'll see. And then next month is like the next set with like Ren Icon and stuff, and
There's no way they're
Come
making
on.
there's no way they're making Vin Icon bad.
there's no way. There's no way. This is definitely feels like it's the set seller. So, and we'll see what else they show for that set. I hope it's a good one at least, but I also hope it's like I like the power level of the English format right now. I think Yakuza is just way past it, and I wonder if IG Icon is like what they want it to be. Like, feels like every year we always raise the bar a little bit.
Yeah. Well, they've got to have PAL creep, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like
It's all new
they
cards.
can't sell new cards.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's like the main thing. That longest experience overall, though, I feel like
I feel like the event hall got smaller.
it's kind of
Does
weird
it
because it
feel
was like
like it?
split up into like a lot of different ones. So I think it's just how big side feels. Like I never really tell because like some places just look like they're wider, whereas this one was like this like C shape, C formation, whereas before was like a big O formation.
So the merch did improve. It didn't improve from last year. Everything sold out immediately.
No, the boxes I think you could still buy until like 3 p.m. on day one.
Yeah, but it's like the main merch isn't always the boxes.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know?
the sleeves and stuff, right?
Like the special festival collection sleeve and stuff. Those are the ones that I want. But
Yeah.
they're always like, and all the foreigners want that too.
Yeah.
But they're always sold out. Like
Yeah.
day 0. I think,
Yeah. Dude,
like,
this 0 pre-sale thing is also just like it's literally just to make people buy or make Bushiroad credit cards basically at this point is what it feels like.
And like no, it's worse because I think one of my friends was like number 30 for day 2, and when he went in, there was no stock for the festival,
Damn.
or maybe day 1, but it was supposed to be in stock, and then it was not in stock anymore.
Damn.
So
Well, there was one big improvement they did make was the side event pod, because I remember last
yeah.
year you had to queue for I queued for an hour for the Hikari mat pods.
oh really? Wow. Okay.
It was so bad.
I
Whereas
think
now it was like you would walk through in like a minute.
yeah.
it was
no,
so fast.
side event pot was really good.
Very well improved. Like I don't know what they did, but they fixed.
They printed
that
more
whole thing.
mats.
They printed more mats, that's for sure. They printed a lot more mats.
I think like I got 1 mat. I know like Kenzio got like 3 mats.
Damn.
He was like farming that thing, and I think it's cool because it's try hard but not super try hard. You know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you might get into a pool with full of try hards.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
lucky, but then you can still face like other random decks that you might not normally see at the main event.
Yeah,
you know? And the pricing is still like nice to get.
Yeah, the mat goes for like $100, so
The thing is, the
Pretty
event. Okay, was the side event last year free?
no, it's always 1,000
It's
yen.
always 1,000. I think it's good. Like
Yeah, you get a pack of sleeves just for entering, which usually
Yeah.
costs 1,000 yen. Like that's
yeah.
you're basically just buying sleeves and playing for a chance to get a mat for $100 basically on top of that. So
Yeah. So I like the side event.
Yeah.
I basically played it I played it 3 times.
yeah, you play 3 times for the promo pack, right?
Yeah.
So
And you can still
your
keep-
promos were insane this time. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I pulled the Misaki energy generator
And
Not-
the Hikari energy too, right?
Yeah, not the generator, energy card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, so I think that one's overall is like some improvements here and there. And then oops, we dropped the table. I do feel like overall it's like there were still points of improvements. I didn't really get to like look at the stage much this year.
Same.
So that was like something that we kind of I mean it was just like very far away from the player area.
It's just like the thing is, Dangasai is basically divided into 2 things: the tournament
And everything else.
or it's everything else. Like it would be entertainment. There'd be people there for like the voice actors and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're part of the tournament, you're just gonna be there for the tournament. Like one
Yeah.
day is already filled with your tournament. If you play a second day, then it's still tournament.
At least half of it is going to be
Yeah,
tournament,
but then
not the whole day.
Yeah, if you needed to farm side events, then it's also you're just stuck there for the tournament
Yeah.
side events.
Yeah.
But I think the other thing is like I think the last day of Dangasai felt a bit emptier.
True. There was less people, I think, especially like earlier in the day. And then when I came around lunchtime, it was definitely
There was more people in the
Yeah.
in the beginning. There was no one at the side event tables.
Yeah.
So I was there pretty quickly. Like the thing is, I think on Saturday, Kenzio said he lined up the side event, but it took like an hour or something. That one took a while, but on Sunday it went really quick.
yeah. Sunday was like nobody. But I remember last year was the opposite. Like Saturday there was nobody, and then Sunday was like super packed.
Saturday, everyone's
So-
playing the tournament, right? The main
Yeah.
event.
Right. So, and I did like the booths for the other companies. Like the Grand Archive booth was nice. They were doing teaching events, and then they
Yeah,
had like
yeah.
the Harry Potter TCG
Harry
and like
Potter,
Beyblade, and, like,
Beyblades, yeah.
So all that stuff was really nice because like they have all the, it's not exclusive to Bushiroad games, which is nice. The food this year was kind of mid. I feel like
Super. I had a kebab. It
kebab
was
was that's not a kebab. That is not a kebab.
It's like a really weird dorayaki or something, you know.
Like this year, the potatoes were also like cold and soggy. So
We did eat the potato like
the end of day 2.
end of day 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it was soggy for a reason.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
it was a bit disappointing. But yeah,
mean,
so
it is-
Dangasai was alright.
Yeah.
And we had like drinks after each of the days as well with like Japanese players, with like all the worldwide players too.
I think it's really cool now that the Japanese players are interacting more with the English
Yes.
players. That's definitely a huge difference than it was before. I do think that for Dangasai, if they want to promote this as an international event, they do have to cater for the
Yes.
international audience more.
Because a lot of the English players didn't have a good time at Dangasai.
Yeah.
Because everything needs Japanese cards. Or
they
to be able to
need
speak Japanese.
They need Japanese. They need to speak Japanese. They don't know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So, and this can be like very, very easily done. For example, if you can sign up as an international player and then set up like specified international tables where there's multi-language support just
At the
like
table,
standing
yeah.
around, yeah. And then like sure, like they wouldn't move, and it might seem as like I don't know, it's like a special privilege. But like for like if you have like a disabled person or something, they all have you can do that. You can set up specialized tables, and it's just for the ease of play. If you need help communicating, if you need a better judge, they're all there at one location, right? So I feel like that could be just done better.
Yeah.
Instructions can be written more in English. You can even just allow English decks. Right?
Yeah,
If you
right.
can-
I feel like it's if it's the same card pool, especially, then
Yeah.
even more so. Because
Like-
like Evolve apparently is like we're gonna get the World Masters, which will actually combine the English and Japanese player bases and the Chinese and everything. So, in cases like that, it's like Evolve is even worse for that Dangasai because you can't join Evolve tournaments in Japan if you don't live here. So you can play as a foreign player, but you have to have residence in Japan,
Damn.
which is even worse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why not just embrace it?
I feel like if they're trying to make the expo an international event, they should just allow multi-language cards.
Yeah.
Like the whole deck has to be the
One
same
language,
but...
but-
it's like Pokemon does it.
Yeah.
If you go to an IC, they
Whoa, that's a big freaking thing.
that's a huge ass beat.
Goddamn. I don't know if the camera caught that, but that was huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like Pokemon's like ICs, you can play your own language, and it's like
Okay. All the girls are screaming. It's all this
everyone's
bad
getting
beat.
pranked by the bee.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like Pokemon ICs. You can play the language of where the the event is. So you can always play English basically.
Yeah.
And then you can play the language of your own country. So if
Yeah.
you're a Japanese player, you can play Japanese cards.
No, not for regionals. For ICs, you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
for ICs. But like the Expo,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Bushi
yeah.
Expo is supposed to be the international
Yeah.
event, right? We have
Right.
Singapore now. We have
Korea.
Korea. So I mean, at those locations, I think it should be fine for you to play your home language deck. right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. That does feel like it's missing, but
It's just so annoying because, like, for example, if I want to play in Japan,
yeah.
I need to borrow a deck or I need to buy a deck. Decks aren't cheap.
No, not
Right?
for Vanguard, that's for sure.
Yeah, I bought a Xerath deck without any moons, and that was already like over 20k yen, right?
Oh, it wasn't even, didn't have moons in it. That's
It
crazy.
doesn't have the good moon.
Oh, it was
you
a
know?
rare moon, okay.
It's the cheap moon, right? That's like, if you're paying 30k just to play like a tournament, and you can say, oh, you don't have to buy the best deck. Well, in the end, I still bought I borrowed an Alpha deck. Right?
Yeah.
But let's say I had to buy an Alpha deck from scratch. That's not. I had to buy Sergion. I had to buy maybe Noble Knight Orders, for
Yeah.
example. I need to buy front triggers. Those are all-
Gansalots, those are like 3,000 yen a piece, if not more.
Yeah, 3k. I think 3.5.
3.5, I think, yeah.
And then, I mean, the funny thing is, I saw like when I'm walking around the 8-man pods, I saw a bunch of people play vanilla fronts because they
Oh,
can't
yeah,
afford like
yeah,
effect front
yeah.
triggers. That's crazy. Like,
That shouldn't be happening.
yeah, like you want to build a Yakuza deck? Like it's actually the cheapest deck right now to build, probably. 'cause-
Yeah, it's like 6k yen for everything
Yeah.
that isn't Dragon Empire.
And then you need to buy the front triggers though. So
And
that's 6k.
That's 8k.
8K.
No, more because it's 2k yen kaituri, so the shops are selling for 2.5, so that's
Okay.
10,000 yen just to have 4 front triggers.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yes. You need to buy a regular. I think the optimal one is Transphere now. Has that gone up in price?
A little bit, not
Yeah,
too
okay.
much,
So, I don't know. I just feel like it's not good.
but no.
Not good.
So I think, yeah, that was like the main events, and then of course we had Ultimate the day after, and I was commentating that in Japanese, but you can really tell from my voice today and just my general state, it's like lack of sleep and like these like back-to-back days of events tire me out like crazy. So the Ultimate day
It's
when
gonna,
I was,
it's gonna get more tiring because next year it's gonna be 3 days of Dangasai.
yeah. So like having all of those days back to back, like when I had to cast in my 6th language in for Vanguard, I was quite out of it that entire day. Like I think it was all right, but there was definitely some moments where I just kind of like, especially the finals we did like as a 3-man with Dizu,
Yeah.
and I just kind of like let the 2 of them have it because I was like, all right, I'm dead.
Done.
So but the event was really good, I think.
Yeah.
Like the venue was really nice this year. It was like a very wide space in Asakusa. I think overall, like it was really nice that Miltai, the organizer of Ultimate, he allowed English language decks to
Yeah.
be used as long as they're out in English or out in the Japanese.
yeah.
So that's like he's being more innovative than Bushiroad right now when it comes to these things of embracing an international event,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like a lot of people had a good experience there because the instructions of like how to register your deck, how to sign up for the event, they were available in Japanese
English.
and English.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like I feel like he was really doing a good job in making the event be, at least a approachable experience for English players. And we had like 2 English teams. We had you guys and we had Mash's team that made it into top 8.
Nash team was crazy.
Yeah, it was like Direful Dolls,
Neo,
and Rewinder.
Yeah.
It's like so cool. It was like so nice to see that. And it's because Miltai put in the effort to make it so that everyone can play, right?
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
no matter, some people have opinions about Miltai because he can be blunt with his words on social media.
I saw great posts recently. Oh, it's fun. I laughed. I think a lot of people laughed.
Yeah, I think everyone had a good laugh. but like he is hardworking in that sense of like making sure that the events are good and that
Yeah.
people enjoy them. It's like again, there was 315 players, 105 teams for an unofficial event. Like we were saying
we don't get those unofficial event numbers in the West.
No, I mean even official numbers barely get those
Yeah.
numbers in the West.
Yeah, so I mean, you have to applaud him for like putting the effort to.
Yeah. There's another event happening in Yokohama. He just announced it yesterday
The
or
end of
this
the
morning.
5v5, right?
Yeah, it'll be the 5v5 at the end of
But
December.
do you have to qualify for that or something, or was it?
That one I think is open entry, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I think the qualification will be next year.
I think the fact that you like promote the English side and then like have things in English as well also lets the Japanese players know what they're signing up for. Because you'd have a
Yeah.
bunch of players who sign up for Dailangas and go, "Oh, I have to play against the English. I have to play against a foreign team."
They
And,
don't
like,
speak Japanese.
Yeah, I had some communication, but if they know that this is like supposed to be a more international event, then
They walk in with that expectation. It's like, okay, well,
manage the expectations.
yeah, and it's like there was I think literally like one judge that spoke English, but there was also a lot of the staff that were running the event. Like there was announcements going on in English and Japanese, right, for time reminders, for like general instructions and stuff too. So Ultimate was very good. Like I think, I was just, and the stream was so good, dude. The stream was so good. So I know from behind the scenes, Miltai basically hired a production team that works on TV to run the stream, and it's like there was zero glare in any of the cards. You could see everything perfectly. It's like somebody made a really good tweet. They were like, the stream quality is so good you can tell each of the Yakuza characters apart.
Yeah,
because they look very similar, right? Yeah, it was Reina herself, I think.
Okay, so it's nice. I don't fault I know in I guess Worlds it was a bit more difficult to make the stream look nice
because the ceiling
was higher, you guys don't know how messed up a high ceiling can be. Because I had to do that stuff as well when I was doing the streams, and we'd get if we could block out light, it was good, but getting rid of the glare and stuff, unless you have like a super
strong lighting setup,
or even like a great camera that has the anti-glare and all that stuff built in, it's so hard. That
was. But the stream was really good. The whole stream setup looked nice. It's like they had the headsets to prevent from hearing, because like we had the casting desk on stage, right? So everyone could watch us cast. But it also means that the audio is being projected into the venue. So Miltai was like, oh yeah, don't say what's in their hand if it's not been like drive checked or something, if it's not public knowledge, just in case. Because like we did give them the headsets that they don't hear, but we don't know if it's not gonna like still leak out. So just be careful with that. I was like, okay. Oh, here comes the big B again. Please go somewhere else. There's no Kakigori here. Okay. Uh-oh. He smells fear.
Needs to admit killing intent, dude. Dude, that's so huge. What is that?
I've never seen it be that fucking fat. Oh my god. Please don't say this.
Can they see it on stream?
Maybe when it flies around.
Dude, it's so hot. What is that?
On the roof, I hope. Goodbye forever.
That's a crazy beat. This is probably why they don't go out to nature.
Yeah. True.
I might explore a Habro. It's okay.
Yeah, they'll protect you from the bees. But yeah, like overall the days were very fun. I'm tired though. It's like I had a day to rest yesterday, but I'm still so tired. But we're touching grass today. This is to balance out touching cardboard. We have to touch where the cardboard comes from.
The wood.
But so it's been good. I'm not personally planning to be going to many events right now because there's like a month gap of like nothing happening, and like the next events are like Fukuoka and like it's all quite far away. So I am going to Nagoya tomorrow for Pokemon, but that's also the last big event for Pokemon outside of Nationals. And Nationals is in Yokohama, so it's close by even if I do get in. And then Pokemon goes into off season until like September, so and then there's like Evolve has a few events. Evolve has a cool set releasing this month in Japanese, so I do want to play that set. And I'll see if there's any events, but I think there's like there's like a Chiho Cup not far from Tokyo in August, so I'll try to go to that.
Oh, nice.
But that's in 3 months. And then after that, it's like I think nothing until like October. So this year is I'm not going to be traveling as much, because last year we were going all over the place, but I mean, I just had such a bad record, I feel like, throughout these last 2 weeks, and like I don't really have a deck that I have fun playing, that I feel good with. Like maybe if Ren Icon is really cool, because I do love Ren, it's like one of my favorite characters. If the Ren Icon deck is like insanely good and feels good to play, then maybe I'll like sign up for some event somewhere. But everyone's already forming teams, just like it's me, you, and this B. And
you want to learn Aichi combo? Aichi's cool.
You're literally using my deck, yeah. You just play Aichi combo. The thing is, it's like, time is limited, so I feel like if I'm not having a blast, so I might as well just do other things, right?
It doesn't have diversity card, right? Can't always play the best deck.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there's like no major tournaments now until like I think there's like Kyoto or something in the summer, but going to Kyoto in the summer is suicide. And then it's gonna be season 2. So season 2, I'll definitely like Tokyo. I think is in like November or October.
Damn.
And then I think there's like another Nagoya, also October or November. It's like one of the two is in one of the months. So probably playing those because Nagoya's close by. but then it's like, I think there's also like Shizuoka, but that's like at the end of September, and I already have plans that weekend. So
Okay.
yeah, it won't be in as many events this year for me. But I'll still try to like, just kind of join locals or like join. The nice thing of playing Ultimate that I always make use of is that Miltai, if I ask him in advance, is like, can I record my games? Because I have like a little camera I can attach to my chest, right? He's like, oh yeah, go for it. It's like,
Nice,
because
nice.
then if anybody has a problem, I go, oh, I got permission from the organizer, and then that's it, end of discussion. So as long as I don't show people's faces.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what is my motivation. So I feel like if there's a cool deck I want to feature and like make a video about, I could just like strap a camera to my chest and just be like, hey, here's like 7 rounds of Swiss or 6 rounds of Swiss of gameplay of this deck, and I can just go through it. It's probably gonna like maybe join some ultimates here and there, but not travel so far out of Tokyo this year. I think that's
Yeah.
probably the plan. But just like enjoy games as they are. What do you
Very much
have?
enjoy. Well, next week I'm going to Riftbound Regionals in Sydney.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I haven't.
Play
I've
the
tested
game
like
yet?
I've tested like three games. It's kind of it. I need somehow get my cards.
Ooh.
I'm gonna fly home and somehow get my cards.
Yeah, you can't get them here, that's for sure.
Yeah. And then I think a week or two after that, there's like a One Piece tournament in Sydney.
Okay.
So I have to learn my deck as well.
Oops.
And then after that, I think there's another One Piece tournament in Perth.
Oh yeah.
That Derek will not be there for. I said I'm visiting, and then he's saying I'm going off to play BSF in Jakarta, same weekend. So,
Damn.
yeah,
Unfortunate.
unfortunate. So I think that's the only thing that is coming up for me.
It's lots of One Piece though.
Yeah, if I want to play BSF in my hometown, that's all the way in like August.
Yeah.
It's like,
Long gap.
I got nothing on until August. So
Yeah. And then August we have freaking
GA Worlds.
GA
I think?
Worlds that we both want to check out too.
Yeah,
So-
and then after that, there's another BSF in Melbourne, and that's the whole BSF season.
And that's it,
One
yeah.
one month.
Crazy.
You know? So
Yeah. So I do think it's gonna be still fun games to be had. I'm really excited for Nagoya this weekend too. I haven't, been very busy with Worlds, haven't as much time to be testing Pokemon compared to like before Worlds. But try to get some last minute games in and then just play the deck that I already have confidence in and then just see where it goes.
I don't want to say like this past X days have been really fun, just hanging out with everyone around
Yeah,
the
yeah,
world,
yeah.
talking to people, playing with them.
Yeah.
Playing a lot of Vanguard with them, teaming up with friends.
Yeah.
so-
Once a year opportunity basically.
Yeah,
It's like the one time everyone is here usually. Which is like I'm thankful that Worlds is close to that Dangasai now because it's like it's not just Worlds anymore. It's like you get to do so much more, but it's also
Yeah.
very exhausting.
very exhausting.
So-
exhausting.
I wouldn't mind if we got a week gap in between them. But it's still it was a good time.
Good times.
Good times overall. Definitely join Dangasai if you haven't ever joined it before. And also if you live in Singapore, Korea, I mean, it's literally coming to you. So
Yeah, who knows? This-
apparently they announced that Singapore's Dangasai will no longer have the nationality restriction.
the WGP part
Yes.
won't have it. Yeah,
It used to always be like last year I remember it was Singapore nationals only.
Yes.
Or residents only.
Yes.
Um,
I think Korea might be the same thing.
Should be. I think
Yeah.
Korea always was.
So maybe all the WGPs at the Dangasai places
Is
are not region locked.
Yeah.
Except for Japan. Japan ones are always not region locked.
Never has been, yeah. So
So,
that'll be good. So if you're in Singapore, it's definitely gonna be worth checking it out. And if you're close to Singapore, it's gonna be worth traveling to because you can actually play in it and lock in a Worlds invite. So
a Japan
cool.
Worlds invite.
yeah,
Maybe the same thing later. I don't know.
would be nice.
Would be nice.
We hope it becomes like Evolve because Evolve announcing it gives me hope that they do it for more games.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we'll see. That's a discussion for another time. All right, so I think we've already been here for an hour, sitting,
Wow.
fighting bees and ants and winds and waves.
It's been good.
Yeah,
Japan's been fun.
yeah. You go back on Sunday night.
Sunday night, yeah.
That's probably when this is going up. And yeah, we hope that everyone watching has enjoyed. This has been it's only our second episode, but it's gonna be very different from the usual format since we're actually in person together. And I don't know when the next time will be, so we'll see. And they're closing. It's a good time to finish.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for watching, folks. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Peace.